Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm just going to be going through some stockable. There's not going to be a lot really. I've been pretty slow on the coins. I spent, I think it was 5 days counting stamps. It had a good result for me. I won't really go into it, but I am back in the discount postage business. So I've managed to sell about £1,500 worth. So if it keeps the walls from the door, you know, it's certainly better than working for the man, although I'm not against that, as you know. It's just a case of, I think if we're in for rough times and selling discount postage it seems like a bit of a no-brainer for me, especially considering how cheap I got it in. Let's go for the stock. So there was a gentleman who sold me, there was two of these, so this is a 2021 quarter Brit. He sold me, he was going to sell me a half Brit. And he's like, oh, I'll send you 2 quarters. It might be easier for you to sell. But the reality is, they're both easy moves, especially in Brit format. I was having a good chat with him about a lot of things, actually. He was new onto the scene. And I said, look, like, if you sell it moving forward, I'll give you a voucher. That's not a problem. I can only pay a certain amount. I got in a bit of hot water, though, because on the groups, you're not meant to do private deals. It's okay. Like, I'm kind of stuck in a tricky situation because on the one hand we don't like it because you do get chances, and on the other hand, you know, it's just something I can't avoid because of the sheer amount of people that message me. It's just one of those. So I end up paying 21 a coin on these, and I end up paying spot on the 2 of these. There is a gentleman I deal with. I knew he was after a quarter Brit, so I just pinged him a line and said, yeah, I've got a quarter Brit, and do you want one or do you want both? He subsequently took one, so that went off this morning. So yeah, 10 of these. Don't see many quarters, to be honest. I don't know why. I think it's probably people prefer sovereigns. I then dealt with my supplier. There's a bit of an ongoing issue, although it wasn't of his causing, it probably more of my causing. So he sold me 25 coins. There's 24 in there. I think I just miscounted. I have messaged him. He's currently not well, but he's going to get back to me. So he's always kind of looked after me. I don't think it'd be a problem. So he ended up selling me a kilo brick. I listed this for £700. Didn't have any takers. I'm going to hold my guns on that because I think 700 is a steal, especially on a kilo. I was scratching my head a bit when it didn't sell. It was like, okay. Wasn't entirely sure why it didn't sell. So let's go through these coins. They are mixed. I was offered a mixture of coins. There's quite a few that came in. So there's 9 of these. There should be 10. I'm pretty sure I just left it on each side. I think the majority of them are okay. We shall see. They might all be milk spotted, but again, I'm paying 21 an ounce. If they're milk spotted, that covers my downside. Is there going to be any upside in these if they're all milk spotted? Maybe, maybe not. These will most likely go between 24 to 25 a coin. I will be looking. Oh. 23 a coin. Nah, I will be listing these later today. I don't really know much about this coin. I really don't. Like, when I took them off my supplier, I just said, don't know much about them personally. If they go for a bit more, they go for a bit more, but I'm not banking on it. Yeah, I think they've all got slight issues. It's one of those things. I'm not really too bummed at 21 an ounce. There's a reason I don't pay as high as I used to. What I was finding was, as much as I have a moral compass in the sense I do want to look after people, at the end of the day I've got to look after myself as well, and looking after people is on both ends of the spectrum. It's not just the person selling to me, it's also the people I owe money each month. So it is a double-edged sword. So now I pay as much as I can, or I feel I can, that covers the downside, and I do it that way. So there's some dealers though. I know my supplier got these in for spot. I wouldn't personally pay spot on silver. I think there's enough in it to pay more. He regularly gets it in at spot. Oh, I say regularly. He semi-regularly gets it in. He quoted me. I think he wanted 22 a coin, and I just went, nah, it's just not going to happen. So I paid him. I think it was £3 over on these and 150 over an ounce on this. Again, I don't really pay higher on the kilos these days. Got to cover the downside. The problem with these is as soon as you send them, you know, you're losing, I think it's £12 you're losing off the bat just from postage alone anyway. So you've got to factor that into the equation. Let's have a look. 11.15 plus you've got to pay for the packaging. So yeah, it probably is £12 by the time you've taken into account the box. The boxes alone, I think the boxes cost me 70p alone. So every time I send an order in a box, it's 70 pence I've got to account for. It's got to come from somewhere. I spent £400. I think it's about £417 on packaging last month alone. So that will last me. Well, it depends really. It depends how good business is. I'd say a year, I reckon. But it's all got to be accounted for. So yeah, these are all 2020s. I was offered a tube, but I just like the look of these. Again, I don't know if they do better, but sometimes it's just nicer to get variety. And I could show you tubes and tubes of Brits, but it gets a bit monotonous. It's a bit like with gold sovereigns. There's on many occasions where I've had gold sovereigns in, and I just haven't put it on camera because by now, for those of you who watch my video, you've all seen a gold sovereign. It's been absolutely done to death, and I just felt like if I could change up, it keeps things interesting for everyone involved. So yeah, that's today's haul. I'm not going to drag it on another 3 minutes. I don't think there's any value in doing that. I hope you've enjoyed it. If anyone wants to hit me up, you know my email by now. It's in the link. I am currently looking to get a website developed. I have a website. It's not really functional, but I'm looking to get it professionally done. I'm hoping within the next few weeks. So I want to not so much expand, but I want to come across as more professional because, you know, I'm just a guy trading from a bedroom, you know, but I'm doing serious numbers and maybe I need to reflect that. No, I'm not having a shave. All right, I'll leave it there and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.